I started early the day I was sentenced to federal prison. By 3:30, I'd shaved, showered, had my nice suit on, and I was playing online chess with a huge wad of chewing tobacco in. Also managed to polish off a few donuts. By 6 o'clock in the morning, I was already at a Starbucks in downtown Los Angeles, anxiously awaiting the sentencing hearing at noon. During that time, I sent some emails trying to close some real estate deals. I sold real estate for the more than 3 years I waited. I was happy in some ways to finally get sentenced, to finally get some clarity. Around 10 o'clock in the morning, I met my lawyers to review my remarks. They also handed me their final bill. At noon, the sentencing hearing opened with my co-defendant getting the maximum under his plea, 60 months. At that point, I knew I was going to get sentenced to prison. The question was how long. When I spoke, I tried to express remorse and shame to the victims who were in the courtroom. The judge cut me off and said, "You knew that it was wrong. You turned the other way for money. Most don't get caught. You did. I need to make an example out of you and send you to prison, though it will not be for the 24 months the government wanted. I'm going to give you 18 months. Despite all of the victims getting their money back, they clapped and celebrated in the front row. When I was sentenced to prison, my mother cried. To the victims, I understand. I empathize with them. Even though they got their money back, they were hurt, and I contributed to that. I too would probably want some real punishment, so I can understand why they were celebrating and clapping." Following the sentencing hearing, my lawyers asked the Department of Justice to not issue another scathing press release. They said, of course we're going to issue a release. We believe it to be a deterrence. And by the afternoon, the Wall Street Journal, Los Angeles Times, the New York Times, all were publishing my 18-month federal prison sentence. After we left the courthouse, I asked my friends and family, who was so awesome to come and support me, I asked them if I could have some time alone. They said yes. And for about 5 hours, I walked through the streets of downtown Los Angeles, embracing the reality that I had failed. Do you ever wake up and realize you're not at a point in life where you thought that you would be? My friends are getting married, building businesses, traveling. Here I am getting ready to prepare for federal prison. It's humbling and very hard. It's when I knew I really needed to make a change. It didn't hit me till I was sentenced. Here are 3 good things that happened the day I got sentenced to prison. 1, gave up chewing tobacco. I've done it once when my best friend smuggled it into a prison visit. 2, gave up eating horrifically 4 nights a week as a defendant. I was a fat, miserable, bloated slob, and I'd roll through In-N-Out Burger to eat away the pain. I'll never go to In-N-Out again. Online chess that I would play for 17 or 18 hours a day, I'll never play again because I attribute it to that life I led before prison. That was the good thing. I finally said decisions I have made that contribute to my misery and unhappiness and ignoring my friends and family today stops. And over the last 13 or 14 years, I've done a pretty good job. I could do better. Though, as I like to say, we are all works in progress. That was the day I got sentenced to prison.